This week, finally, it seems spring has sprung, so it's a great time to throw a great party with great spring style. Danielle Rollins is the author of Soiree, Entertaining with Style, and she's in town for an event this evening at Halls. Hi, Danielle. Okay, so what elements would you say make the perfect spring soiree?
You know, use what you have what you use, and pull out the good stuff. You're not going to enjoy it sitting in a china cabinet.
True.
Take it from inside, move it outside, and just set a decadent table and have fun.
What things make the biggest impact?
I think the biggest impacts are always things that have a little bit of zing and a little bit of zap. Use some color, use some pattern, use some texture, mix and match. It doesn't have to be expensive. I love using things that you wouldn't think about on a table. I use fabric from the fabric store and just cover it with a pretty linen over it. Sometimes shower curtains, quilts, a bedspread, sheets. All you want is the color and the texture.
I was just going to say, you suggest that hosts use a lot of items in their party decor in ways they weren't intended. So those are some examples. Can you give me some more?
Yeah, use a flower pot for an ice bucket. Use the candles.
We're looking at some of your pictures right now.
Aren't they great?
Yeah, just gorgeous.
It's really not what you use, it's how you use it. It's not what you serve, it's how you serve it.
Love it. Look at all those. How gorgeous is that? All right, well, some people think that place cards are pretty formal, but you say you have a different spin on it, right?
I love place cards. It takes the guesswork out, and who wants to work when they go to a party? And I like it because it makes guests feel like you really wanted them there and you put some thought into it. So any party over 6, I know the etiquette experts say 12, but who wants to listen to them anyway? And make your own. Just handwrite something out, put some pretty herbs on top of it or flowers, and just make it look special. The whole idea is to make your guests feel really welcome.
Now, how important is it to work ahead? How many days in advance do you start getting your wing-ding together?
It depends on the party. I like to throw a last-minute little shindig, I will admit, but nobody really throws a party. There is always a lot of planning, prep, and polish. And what better reason to clean your house than because you want to have people over?
Now, the weather here in Kansas City can be a little dicey, a little sketchy. So, any advice for people who want to throw an outdoor party? Because you know it can be kind of unpredictable in the springtime.
Well, Mother Nature is a notorious party crasher.
Yes, she is.
And you know, have a plan B and sometimes a plan for disaster. Never have a party unless you have an alternative space that you can accommodate that amount of people. And it's really that simple. And always have your backup. And I usually make the call around 4 or 5. And I will say that I love the weather app. I constantly look and check the percentages, and it's sort of like going to Vegas and gambling.
Speaking of gambling, have you ever gambled and lost?
Of course.
Because sometimes I worry like a storm's going to swoop in at the last minute.
Oh, that happens. But you know what? A good sense of humor is any hostess' best friend.
Let's talk a little bit about your book. What can viewers anticipate in your new book?
Well, it is full of entertaining ideas with beautiful pictures and recipes. They're all seasonal and they're turnkey. You can do them exactly as they are, or you can just take some of the ideas. And a lot of the things in here are so simple, they can come from the grocery store. They just look really pretty.
Has spring always been your favorite season? Fess up.
Of course it has. Look at all the colors.
And this is your first time in Kansas City. What do you think, girl?
I love it. I would pack my bags and move in a heartbeat.
You kind of traipsed around the plaza a little bit, kind of the little mini tour.
Everything has been beautiful. And the new Symphony Hall, it is gorgeous.
And we got to get you some barbecue today.
Absolutely.
That is on the hit parade. Okay,
First up.
All right, well, you can join Danielle for a night of shopping and signing and sipping tonight at Halls Plaza. It's this evening. It begins at 6, and like we said, it benefits the Kansas City Symphony. Darling, thank you so much, and welcome to town. Okay.
Thank you.